Go ahead.
I don't want to give Daniel the satisfaction of starting something.
Starting what?
This podcast.
Okay. It does look like a classroom, Aarti. No offense.
This is my
your room
childhood
there.
bedroom. There's little bears on the ceiling. I don't know
Looks
if
like
you
a
can tell. And
It looks like an elementary school classroom, I guess.
I'm not kidding, and I have all my kids' books here too.
Oh, wow.
And then my monitor and study for my work from home, which has been interesting.
Have you had much work or no?
I still have my candidacy exam in May, so it's actually really hectic. Final next. What about you, Daniel?
Yeah, I have finals next week. And the week after. I still have some stuff to do. Maybe you guys can help me with my homework. Okay, we'll go to the theme. Hello, everyone. This is the Experience Podcast with me and someone else.
Jake,
Anyway.
Truax.
Oh,
I guess I am a guest.
This is a bit of a
where's
reunion
Connor?
show. I mean, you guys have never been on the podcast, but it's been about a year since we tried to get you on the podcast.
Yes.
Also
that is
true.
Or at least a year since the three of us have talked.
Approximately,
Yes.
probably. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, probably approximately around then.
Probably about a year. Yeah, because May.
A year ago was Ramblin' On, which is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still going to it this year. Yeah,
Oh, round two. Oh, yeah, I guess it's not happening.
So let's
So sad.
let's do a timeline of sorts. So where were we a year ago? Who wants to summarize that?
Eating Chick-fil-A on the bleachers, waiting for the fireworks.
Well, so Daniel, Aarti, and I, we all were, we went to Georgia Tech together, studying chemical engineering. I'm a little bit older, though, right? I was only fifth year. You guys were both fourth years.
Yeah.
I think,
So-
aren't I older than you in age?
You might be. My birthday's in August. I'm
And
23.
December.
Are you 23?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're just slightly younger.
Okay, yeah.
That makes sense.
Comparably, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess two of us ended up getting out, and one of us decided to stick around.
I graduated, okay? I had to make that very clear to people in the fall. People were like, "You're still here?" I was like, no, I finished, and I just added a year.
Yeah.
Victory lap.
It's a victory lap, yeah. Actually, I did get a good amount out of it. Like, I took some interesting classes, especially this spring.
What were some of those classes?
I took climate policy, because I had some just random electives to fill out the master's. So I
Yeah.
took like climate policy. I learned a lot about that stuff. I also took a data analytics class,
Wow.
which is very different than anything we've done. It's like Python stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I found that, so I moved up to, I don't know if you guys know, but I'm in Minnesota right now. So moved pretty far away. Never been in the north. I kind of miss Atlanta. I kind of miss Georgia Tech. I didn't think I would say that like this quickly afterwards, but
I've heard that a lot from people.
I miss Atlanta so much. I miss just like being in a city. Ann Arbor, I'm in Michigan, Ann Arbor at University of Michigan, and it's good, but Ann Arbor is
Were you
such a small
protesting?
town. Am I protesting? I am not. I'm not in Michigan right now. But, so definitely not protesting quarantine. But I miss the big city vibes, and there was just always so much to do. And Georgia Tech had such an energy to it that I didn't really realize until I left, and it wasn't there anymore.
did you slip that energy in just because we were all part of Energy Club?
Yeah, that was sneaky.
I did, but I wasn't going to say it, so the readers could be like, ooh, or the listeners.
So did we
Yeah, I
end up
tried
having energy conference this year?
We did. I heard very little about it until it was happening. But Judy went.
Oh, she did.
Yeah, Judy Z was one of the people that used to come to the Energy Club events and conferences. So she told me it was interesting. They had some good speakers.
Oh, nice.
How was it running it, Daniel? Did you miss me?
I really wasn't involved in the club this year. I went to like a chat every now and then, obviously. I went to the conference, about half of it. They changed it a little bit. They changed the timing and stuff a little bit, but it was pretty good from what I saw.
It's good that the flame's been passed along.
It was a little awkward because last year they used the same space. They used the Klaus building.
Yeah.
But last year we used the atrium and the one of the large lecture halls.
Yeah.
Right? This year there was another conference going on in the same building, so that conference used the lecture hall, and the energy conference was in the atrium. So they just set up some
How is
chairs
that
in the atrium. And
possible?
we were having concurrent conferences. It's a bit awkward because people would like walk back and forth between them, probably getting confused and stuff. But
Maybe they grabbed a few extra attendees from that though.
Yeah.
yeah, I'm sure it was a very different conference. It was like I don't even remember. I think
Not
it
as
was a
important as
computer
energy.
science conference, huh?
Not as important as energy.
Probably not. Okay,
Have
so
you guys?
yep.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
I was just gonna
Go
ask
ahead.
how you've been dealing with this whole quarantine thing. Have you stayed busy, or is it a lot of
I
doing
still
nothing?
have school. I mean, it's ramping up. This is actually it for me. Aarti decided to add like 12 years to her schooling, but
Yep. Never leaving.
this is it as far as coursework and stuff. So that keeps me busy. It's weird because my dad's always like, aren't you like really bored around? I'm like, I'm still doing work. I don't know why he thinks I just sit around, but it's a bit of a struggle. Yeah.
Are you still in Atlanta?
No, I moved out and went back to Maryland.
Okay. Makes sense. So do you feel like this semester was more of your senior fun semester, or was it our actual senior year?
What do you mean by senior fun semester?
Meaning effectively stop studying after spring break, other than senior July.
Oh, well, this was different, obviously, because I didn't return to campus after spring break.
Yeah.
Or I did once to
That is true.
pack up my stuff and leave. So I was there for like a day. But I definitely, yeah, I know what you mean. Maybe both. I'm definitely pretty sick of school by now. I mean,
You don't say.
even last semester when I was choosing classes for this semester, I chose classes that like didn't have as many tests. I mean, I was very careful with that. Like the climate policy class I have is just like homework assignments once every couple weeks, and that's the class. I tried to keep it light, except the data analytics class. That class is insane. But especially like the lockdown stuff changed things, obviously, as far as senior fundmester.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have plans for the summer or next fall?
I'm trying to get a job. It's not exactly the best market to get a job right now, though,
Not really, no.
I have I've already had some interviews and mixed reviews. I just had a couple this week. They were with like federal government jobs, so like they're still hiring. But a lot.
Are you trying to stay in the Maryland area?
Sorry. Huh?
Are you trying to stay in the Maryland area, or
Nah, not
going
necessarily.
No.
Go back to Atlanta.
That would be nice. Yeah, so I'm in a rotational program. So I'm in Minnesota, but the end of my first year is coming up. So next year I'm actually moving down to Huntsville, Alabama. So that should be a...
Oh, what? I thought you could do your rotations in place.
No, I got to switch. Yeah.
Oh, dang.
So
Alabama. That'll
it'll
be
be
fun.
It's near Huntsville, so it's still kind of a city. So for chemical engineering, it's not too bad. It is a city compared to where other plants I could have been placed at are.
Okay.
That is true. That is true.
I mean, do you want to be near a city?
Yeah, I think I don't know, somewhat of a social person, so being isolated, and plus especially with Lindsay, who's my girlfriend, we're doing distance right now. So to be in the middle of nowhere, it'd be hard to see each other. But we've actually lucked out pretty well because her brother co-ops at Delta, so she got the buddy pass. So she's been coming here every weekend, and she's actually here right now. So she's been quarantining with me, so I'm not alone.
That's insane. That's awesome.
Yeah. So kind of a silver lining with the whole situation.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. You guys holding up okay? I assume. Aarti, you're what I forgot what I was gonna say.
I'm doing good. Yeah, it's just been hectic with prepping for quals and finishing up school, so I haven't really had time to be bored yet, which is nice. So it did snow the other day, which is weird for April.
No.
And so that was just strange.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't been like going outside as much, but no one is, so that's fine. But yeah, overall, doing pretty good.
I'll tell you one of the things I learned. So this is my first like real winter. I've never experienced like winter in the north before.
True.
So there was a lot that I had to learn.
Gosh.
I brought my Tahoe up there, so I drove it up in July. So it's got 220,000 miles on it. So I was worried that it was not going to make it. I also found out you should either have, if you don't have 4-wheel drive, which is really what you should have, you got to have at least front wheel drive. And of course, my car is back wheel drive because it's built in like 2004.
I didn't even know they made back wheel drive cars.
Yep. So
they do.
The first kind of like ice storm, I drove on the road and I was sliding everywhere, all over the place. Luckily, there wasn't that many people on the highways because it was all ice. But that was kind of an experience. And I was talking to someone at work, and they're like, "You got to get sandbags." What? They're like, yeah, you got to go to the store and get sandbags. So in the back of my trunk, I have like 600 pounds of sand just to be able to weigh it down so that I can have like better traction. And it really works.
Dang, I didn't know about the sandbags, but I also have a compact car, so it might be a slightly different situation compared to your truck.
I did an interview in upstate New York, and it happened to be like a full-on snowstorm during it, and the company gave you like just this standard rental car.
Yeah.
And driving to the place was a bit of a struggle because it was like just like way upstate New York, a lot of small roads. There was some definitely slips and slides, let's call them.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely pretty scary the first time, but I will say, since that first day, the city of Minneapolis, like as soon as it snows, like there's salt on the roads and it's clear within like hours. It's crazy compared to like Atlanta. Whenever we get snow there, just everything
takes 3 weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
But it was kind of fun to have things shut down for a little bit and just snowball fights in North Ave Quad. I can't complain about that.
So I guess I was the only one that grew up in Atlanta. But my senior year of high school, we had the Snowpocalypse, and that was made fun of on like SNL and everything. But that year, I got 2 weeks off due to snow. Like, didn't have to make it up. It was just like 2 weeks. I was just hanging out with my friends like all the time. It was awesome. But it was pretty crazy. Like, if you looked at the highways, my dad had to walk like 6 miles home because he couldn't even get off like the exit ramp of the highway.
That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. The Midwest is pretty good though.
They are. But on the flip side, the first time it snowed here, it was in Ann Arbor. It was like a huge snowstorm, and no one reacted. And I was like, "Is school going to be canceled? Are they going to say anything?" But everyone was just going about their day like normal. And so I just like went to class, and no one said anything. And I was like, "Okay, cool. I guess this is just like what it's going to be from now on. I'll just grab my snow boots."
Do they have like a tunnel system there?
Probably the building which I work in is kind of self-contained. Like most of the chemical research buildings are in one giant complex that University of Michigan bought from Pfizer. So we don't really have to go anywhere else. But I think Central Campus has some tunnels, maybe. I'm not 100% sure.
Well, but didn't you grow up in Ohio?
I did. So I'm generally used to it. But I don't know. I just forgot that like when it snows, people don't make a big deal of it anymore.
Yep. Does Maryland get a lot of snow, or is it kind of like?
It gets a decent amount. Yeah. Throughout high school and such, I usually got about a week off of school scattered throughout. There's somewhere in between Atlanta and like Michigan and Minnesota.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then I remember Canada is just completely north of us, and that cracks me up every time. The whole country.
Do you guys want to play the game?
What game?
So this is the game. The game is called Questions or Answers.
Okay.
That's the game. So it's a lot of just simple questions, yes or no, this or that. You guys can take turns or whatever answering questions. Who wants to start?
Aarti does.
Yes. Thank you, Jake, for
Okay.
volunteering me. I do want to start.
Okay. On topic. First question. Snow or rain?
No.
Snow. Okay. Socks or sandals?
Sandals, never together.
The question is socks or sandals.
Sandals.
Okay. Can men wear rain boots?
Yes. You're allowed to have dry feet just as much as women are.
You don't
Equality,
see it a
right?
lot though. I guess.
They
I feel like
make
it's more
them,
disguised
just the
with
styles are slightly different. Yeah.
because they have like a lot of men wear duck boots.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Or like Tim's, which are not exactly rain boots, but they are usually waterproof.
Do you easily get splinters?
I do. I used to get
feel like I
splinters
knew the
like
answer to
every
that one.
single week in elementary school. And I get splinters quite often, but I'm very good at removing them. Just give me a needle and some hot water.
You're not a doctor yet. Calm down.
I would never be that kind of doctor, but I can remove splinters. That's just a general life skill.
Hand dryer or paper towels?
Probably paper towels.
I want to hear an elaboration on that.
I feel like the hand dryers where you have to like stick your hands in them, I just don't feel like that's super clean. I don't know why. Maybe I read somewhere that like the bacteria just accumulates and it like spits that water back. I don't know. Just like especially the ones where you go like up and down into the hand dryer, I'm not a fan.
I feel like those have that UV light though. Doesn't the UV light kill the?
Oh, I don't know. I never saw like a bright light. At least the one that I used was just air.
Hmm.
The one
I
in
feel
our
like
building.
it's highly dependent on the air pressure that comes out. Because if it's just some low flow, it's not even going to do anything to dry your hands. But often at those places, I feel like the paper towels are always empty. So you kind of just got to wipe it on your shirt.
True. Option C should have been shirt.
Okay, I'll add that question. Do you have any cardboard boxes?
Yes.
Did you ask that because you have a cardboard box in your frame? Right now?
Oh, no, that was actually convenient. I'm just using it as a mic stand. Legitimately, it's just I'm using my phone for audio.
Oh, nice.
Because people don't like my computer mic.
Oh.
Do you floss every day?
No, but I'd say a couple times a week.
It's a couple times more than me.
Do you always say no receipt?
No, sometimes I ask for a receipt.
Are we gonna have a transition into, or is this Aarti's game?
Oh no, we'll transition, Jake. Did you want to
I'm
go?
the only
No,
important one
that's-
here, Jake.
I'm just getting a
This
little.
is
itching
all
to
about
go.
me.
Jake, I have 150 questions. Okay, there's
Oh, dear
plenty to
Lord.
go around.
Oh my god.
We're not going to go through all of them.
These are deeply personal also, I just like to say.
Are they? Some of them are just weird. Okay, here's one. Is pudding just refrigerated ice cream?
No, I actually make my own ice cream, so I know that one.
Wait, can you repeat the question?
Is pudding just refrigerated ice cream?
Oh, absolutely not.
It's very well. Well, first off, it'd be better to say frozen, right? Because refrigerated is just like pudding. I feel like you keep in the fridge anyway.
No. Pudding is like the refrigerated. Is what happens if you refrigerate ice cream. I think that's what I'm trying to say.
Disagree. Refrigerated ice cream is disgusting because I've definitely done that on accident. And pudding is delicious.
Okay, moving on. Laptop or top lap?
Laptop? This feels like a trick question.
It's.
And I don't know why.
Do I need to explain the joke or?
Probably.
I literally just took laptop and.
No, we got that much. But
I didn't.
That's
I
it.
didn't
That's
I didn't realize.
okay.
That's all there is. Are scissors dangerous?
No.
Whoa, that's dangerous that you don't
That's
think they're
bold
dangerous.
coming from someone who gets splinters very frequently.
Okay. That's normally because the wood is not very good. I would like to preface. But I don't think scissors are that dangerous. I mean,
Why are
you
you
give little
handling-
kids scissors all the time.
Why are you handling a lot of bad wood?
Well, I mean, like, the playgrounds and stuff don't always have, like, super nice wood, and they, like, I'm just talking in general in my life when I used to get splinters a lot as a kid.
So, do you think parks and recreation deserve more funding in the U.S.?
Probably. A lot of them are now changed to, like, plastic, so this was, like, 10 years ago, but to answer the question, I don't think scissors are very dangerous. I don't think you can cut off a finger with a scissor. You'll maybe get like a
you
small
for sure
nick.
can cut off a finger.
What kind of sharp scissors are you getting?
And the other thing, so when I was really young, my mom was like opening some presents, and my younger sister, who was probably like 2 or 3 at the time, was just playing with some scissors, and she ended up cutting my mom's finger. I don't know how to get a tetanus shot from it. Now, you could easily get if you don't end up getting a shot, you could end up getting tetanus, and that could severely damage.
That's true. Rusty scissors are dangerous. That would be an addendum.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay, going on that theme, are escalators dangerous?
Yes, absolutely. I've
Jake?
always been afraid that I'll fall on an escalator, especially when I used to have really long hair. I was always afraid that I'd fall on an escalator and then my hair would get caught, and that would just be it. That would just be how I go, and that would be a terrible way to go.
I mean, I would say I was kind of pushed to fear escalators. My grandparents would always tell me these stories about kids that would get not be paying attention when they have their leg
Yeah,
sucked
I've heard
under
so
the-
much stuff about all this growing up.
So I always thought that was going to happen. Like, if I didn't get off at the right time, my leg was going to get sucked under, and I was going to be stuck in the elevator or escalator.
Probably.
I mean, some of them are, like in airports, go very high too.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's a fan favorite, okay? Is fast food not quite fast enough?
I do feel that way sometimes, like, especially if I have to wait in line at Chipotle for a while. Then I'm like, is this really fast food?
That's fast casual, though.
Yeah.
Chipotle doesn't count as fast food?
Mm-mm.
I think they market themselves as fast casual because they want to come off as like healthier.
So that they can charge more.
And they can charge more.
Even though McDonald's is kind of expensive. You get a combo at McDonald's, that's like $8.
Yeah, that's why it's similarly priced. That's why I kind of put it in the same market. Like anywhere that they just kind of like give you your food immediately, like you don't place an order and then sit at a table, I'm considering fast food. And I feel like it could definitely be faster, but when there's no line, then I think it's fast.
Now, I will say, so I'm an avid Taco Bell lover. I can advocate Taco Bell to anyone. So I've made it a tradition that every Friday I go to Taco Bell.
Mm-hmm.
So that hasn't
Every
quarantine
Friday?
hasn't every Friday I go to Taco Bell.
Okay.
So quarantine hasn't changed that. So when we've been going, Lindsay and I will go to Taco Bell and we'll go to the drive-thru. No one else is in line. We'll order and then drive, and by the time we get to the window, our order is complete. I don't think it can get much faster than that.
That
It's done
is
in like
true.
a minute and a half or 2 minutes.
Again, like if there's traffic though, it would take a lot longer to just literally go through.
Look at you.
Okay, let's do 2 more, then we'll go to Jake. Okay. Should YouTube be called Me Too?
It's pretty political. I understand that one.
I really don't have a strong opinion on this one. I feel like it was more for the joke, and we appreciate it.
Yeah, most of these are just for the joke.
Oh, I don't know how our scissors sharp was just for the joke, but I'll allow
Okay.
it.
Not most, but I mean, these are all. I wrote all of these. If it wasn't obvious enough already.
It's a little obvious.
Well, some
Wait,
people
okay.
think that
Side question: does Connor not help you with this podcast anymore?
Hunter is no longer the host of the podcast.
Shocking news.
He's a respected guest. Is that the political term? He's very busy with school and such, is what he says. But you know, we were all in his shoes, so we can kind of attest that he probably has time.
Valid. Okay. Cool.
He's in trifecta right now, actually. I think.
I broke that up. So.
I didn't think
He's what right now? I missed that.
The trifecta.
He's in trifecta.
Oh.
Which
Good
I think is
semester.
manageable. But okay, last one. I lost it. Let's do an easy one. Do you ever stop to smell the flowers?
I do. Right now in our flower patch, the daffodils were smelling really, really sweet, and they were nice. And so I would just stop and smell them for a little bit and then go about my day.
At first, I was just surprised by that response, and then I wasn't at all.
I was surprised. I knew that answer.
What does that mean? Sometimes at Georgia Tech, the daffodils would smell so good too, and you just have to like pause for a second, especially by the where the trolley like pulls in near the student center. They have a bunch of flowers there.
Yeah, but I never see anyone smelling the flowers.
Okay, well, you know, you just have to pay more attention.
Okay, Jake, you ready?
I'm ready.
Born ready. Okay. Should rolling backpacks be allowed?
Is this like anywhere or
There's no context to these questions.
no context?
You can interpret.
I mean,
them
I would say yes, because it's a pretty crucial thing for kids between the ages of like 6 and 9 to be able to go through that phase. So I think they should be allowed, just so that you can go through it.
But then you get bullied if you have a rolling backpack. Like you're subjecting your child to that.
He's saying that you need that.
Yeah, I feel like you need that. I feel like everyone goes through that. That was the coolest kids I knew. Like, I didn't have a rolling backpack, and I felt like a peasant compared to these kids that were just walking around not having to exert all this energy.
Interesting.
Tangent, but it's related. I saw a guy on campus this past semester with Heelys. He was just
That's the
rolling
real
around.
cool kid.
I miss those. I used to have a pair when I was young. I probably used it like 3 times though.
Have you ever gotten secondhand sunscreen?
I feel like that's a fairly common thing, especially when like there's a big group. Everyone uses spray sunscreen now. Like no one really uses like the lather stuff, so you could probably save some money just by standing next to a group and putting a bunch on.
I didn't think of the
That's
financial.
smart.
Just you see someone spraying on sunscreen, you say, "Hey, can I get some of that?" And they offer it to you. You say, "No.
Yeah, just keep going.
I'll stand next to you."
Because a lot of it is myth. There's a ton of it that doesn't actually end up getting on the skin. I feel like
it's aerosol.
Yeah.
That's why I don't use spray sunscreen, because it's not effective.
Do you use sunscreen?
You could model that, Aarti.
Yeah, when I go to the beach, I use sunscreen. I don't want to burn my nose.
Okay, Jake. Let's see. Is the TSA effective?
No comment.
I have a small comment for this one. This was entirely accidental, but I was moving out freshman year, and of course I did a terrible job packing. And I had a few like random pieces of silverware, including like a butter knife and a fork and a spoon I just kept in my room. And for some reason, I decided to just store them inside of my water bottle. And it went through TSA, and I had no idea like what was in my backpack like going into the airport. But then when I went to take my backpack out of the airplane, my water bottle had like become slightly unscrewed, and this butter knife just like fell from above when someone like opened it. And they're like, "How did you get that past security?" And I was like, "I have absolutely no idea." And then I just ran away. So I would say no if they wanted to confiscate my knife.
So that kind of tangentially leads to a question that I have. Is peanut butter a liquid?
I think it is. Because,
I
like,
think
yogurt
it's
is a
not.
liquid. They count yogurt as a liquid. And toothpaste.
Because I've gotten peanut butter taken because they say it's a liquid.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's a paste.
I
It's
think
the
peanut
same as,
butter
like,
should be allowed.
it's the same consistency as toothpaste. Isn't it?
Okay, but my peanut butter jelly sandwiches have never been confiscated.
Yeah. So is it? Well, that could be
It's
under
probably not
the
enough.
under the amount of ounces. Whatever. What is it? 3 ounces?
Put a lot of peanut butter in my sandwiches.
I'd be shocked if you used more than 3 ounces.
Which, by the way, you said they never get
I was-
confiscated, which means you are often going through the airport with these sandwiches.
It's a good snack to take to the airport.
It does save you a lot of money too. Airport
Yeah.
food is expensive.
It's easily packable. Tastes pretty good after it's been out for a few hours.
Okay. This or that?
Probably this.
I got a text from someone. Okay. Talk about the next one. I'm sure this is a talker. Should cargo shorts be allowed?
Oof. I feel like there's like a dual age limit. Like they should be allowed under a certain age and over a certain age, but maybe like 18 to 37, somewhere in there. I don't know. I feel like there's plenty of alternatives that you can utilize.
That is true. I'm torn because I really don't like them, but also I really like pockets, and I rarely get pockets. And so if someone was like, "Here's a pair of pants made for you with endless pockets," I would have kind of a hard time saying no, since most of my pants don't have real pockets.
But the thing is, I feel like that's like overcompensation. Like I've never actually like used what I used to have cargo pants. Short. Is it cargo shorts or cargo pants? Either one. Whenever I used to
Either
have
one.
those. I only use my 2 regular pockets. For the most part.
But you could
I
fit
mean-
so much in the rest. Like you could probably fit like a snack in there, a book, an outfit for later. Like
An
there's so
outfit?
many pockets.
You can't fit an outfit.
I think you could. At least an extra shirt could go in one pocket. Or a sweater. Maybe I'm
sweater?
overestimating the capacity of cargo pants, but as
I
someone
think
that has always wished for more pockets, it seems ideal in a sense, but they look terrible.
I'm going to challenge you to try to put a sweater in the pocket of cargo pants.
Okay.
I
Challenge
feel like
accepted.
you could fit like a woman's tank top in a
Yeah.
pocket.
Mhm.
I feel like that's possible.
Or like an extra pair of underwear or socks.
Yep.
I don't know about a sweater.
That'd be a really big
I guess
pocket.
I'm thinking cardigan, not like thick winter sweater.
Mm.
For like if you get cold in a room.
Potentially.
Are allergies good for the economy?
I'm gonna have to ask Lindsay. I don't know if Eli Lilly sells allergy medication, but if they do.
No, I don't think they do, actually. I feel like it's not really creating value. Like, I'm going to say no. I don't think
It's
there's
not
any
creating
value
value?
creation. What?
Why wouldn't it be creating value?
Well, in the money sense, like, it causes, like, money to transact, but it would be better if no one had allergies to start with.
This is just economically speaking, by the way.
Economically, yeah.
Yeah. Is it okay?
Do some people get rich off of allergies? I'm sure. I'm sure there's plenty of people that have made money off of other people's allergies.
Jack or Jill?
Jack.
Stacy or Stacy's mom?
That one's really political. Just Stacy.
Stacy. Wow.
That's probably
They have
safe
pretty good
because you don't know
paycheck.
how old Stacy is. Like,
has
if
really good
Stacy's
paychecks.
already 50, then her mom's a senior citizen.
Yeah, but what if Stacy's 5?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
That is also true. There needs to be context for that one.
Okay, guys. What do I do if my friend can't get into the Ford building?
Why do they need to get into the Ford building?
Because they're picking something up for me.
Like, what? What are you getting from the Ford building right now?
So my professor didn't want to scan our tests, and so he just left them in folders in the building. Now, obviously, I'm not in Atlanta right now, so I can't pick mine up. So I had my friend go. I don't know what that was. I had my friend go. I figured he lives there, so I figured the building would be open. It probably isn't open on the weekends.
What about the loading dock? Is the loading dock?
Yeah.
But the door's not going to be open, is it?
Can you get into like the EVB building or like one of the attached ones? Like, what major is he?
No, he's ISYE.
Oh,
Actually,
so you can't get
he's
into
an
the
alum
BME
too.
building.
He's an alum too.
Hmm.
I'll just tell him it might not be open on the weekend.
I mean, in general, it might be shut without bus card access.
No, my professor said it was still open like during the weekdays,
Okay.
like 7 to 5 or whatever, whenever it usually
Yeah.
is.
That sucks.
I'll just tell him he wasted his time.
Or you can wait by the dungeon and see if someone comes out.
Yeah, but that
At the
kind of
dungeon entrance.
ruins the whole point of stay away from campus.
Yeah,
people.
I highly doubt there's anyone there, but usually that would work.
Yeah, the point was like he left them at the school because he figured no one was there, and so people could just individually go get it and then leave without interacting with anyone. Which
Does he
obviously,
think everyone just lives in Georgia?
well, it's the grad level mass transfer class, so it's mainly the PhD students
Mm.
that are like first year PhD students that are settling in. There's only like a few of us that are master students. Oh, he might be mad. Okay. He lives like 15 minutes away from campus. It's not like it's a big thing for him.
He just wasted 30 minutes of his day. That's fine.
Yeah, he wasted 30 minutes of his day. No, based on the signs, I don't think it's open ever.
That's a
Permanently closed.
You should tell your professor, then he has to scan it. I'm sure they have a key to the building.
Well, yeah, because you put them in there. Look, I don't think my friend's going to listen to this, but I don't really need it because the professor posted the answers online. So
I
Well,
remember your
whoever
answers
your
to
friend
the
is, we're gonna text them.
yeah, you can text him. I think you do know him. No, I do like looking at what I wrote because it'll help me like with the final and such. Just because. All right, Jake. Flats or heels?
heels. Yep.
Okay.
Are you, for me, wearing?
No, it's whatever.
I haven't tried either of those on, to be honest. So, actually, I think I have tried heels on. I don't think they're that uncomfortable. Heels aren't that uncomfortable, right? Like,
Aren't they?
Sorry, I cut out for a second. Did you just ask if heels were uncomfortable?
yeah.
There's really a height limit. I'd say 0 to 2 inches, unless you have a bad shoe, are comfortable for the first 5 to 6 hours. 2 inches and higher are only
You've worn
comfortable
heels for
for
more
like
than
1 to
5
2
to 6
hours.
hours?
Yeah, like, I mean, if you
Have you
think
been to the
about
energy
when you're at a
conference?
conference, then that's like all day. So at that point, your feet just hurt from being in shoes and also walking around, and then it just like is aggravated. But it's not the absolute worst. They just go numb at some point, and then that's fine. But if you were wearing like 5-inch heels, then those start to hurt after like an hour, I'd say.
Wait, what inch heels?
Like 5-inch heels.
That's a thing? 5 inches?
A lot.
There's more than that too. Yeah. So it really depends. I normally don't wear more than 2 or 3 since I'm already pretty tall, but some of my friends will wear like 5, 6-inch heels more regularly.
You're basically on your tiptoes, right?
Yes.
Jeez. Is that like clubbing attire, or is that what kind of attire is that for?
Honestly, I think it's more like height based. Like people, like shorter people just wear higher heels. At least thinking about like my friend group. Because like I've even seen that. Maybe not for like interviews specifically, but just in general, like my shorter friends' heels are higher than mine by like 3 or 4 inches. So I wouldn't say it's like specifically for like clubbing or anything, but probably more just like for going out or going to dinner.
Do you think a lot of short people just want to be taller? Like, is that really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Jake, you don't understand.
I guess I don't. What's like the attraction of it?
I don't know. I guess just you get longer legs from it. 6-inch longer legs.
So it's an attraction thing. Think it's more attractive to be taller?
Yeah, and I guess you can see more.
I guess. I will say when I went
clear highlighter.
I traveled in Hong Kong over the last summer, and the trains there on their public transit, they don't have like walls in between each car. So basically, theoretically, you could see if there's no one on the thing, you could see from the very end to the very front, like completely.
Mm-hmm.
So when I would go on, I still could because just my eyes were above every single person.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's pretty clutch, honestly.
But what does that do for me? Like, oh wow, I get to see the entire length of this train. I guess at concerts it's alright.
I think it's fun. I don't know, like if I've ever gotten like a piggyback ride or something from someone taller than me, I'm like, oh wow, there's so much up here.
Isn't it so weird how like such an insignificant like amount makes a huge difference? Like inches.
It does though.
Like relative to what height could be.
Mm-hmm. I don't know, Daniel, how do you feel about your height?
I think I'm the shortest of us 3, right?
Is that true?
What are you, 5'8"?
I don't think you're shorter than me.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know.
Are you 5'8"?
5'9" ish.
Okay, then you're definitely taller than me. I'm like barely hitting 5'7".
Okay.
What do you think the average height for males in the US is? If you had to guess.
It's about me. It's like 5'8", 5'9".
Yeah, that's interesting because I always thought it was like around 5'11", but yeah, 5'9" is the average. At least
I
based
also
on
thought that.
latest surveys.
Okay. All right, Jake. Last one. Do you use straws?
For the most part, no. Even when I go to fast food places, I try to avoid using straws. Unless I'm like driving, and if I'm going to be driving and I need it, then I'll use it because it's more convenient.
Aarti, why do you love straws?
I don't. I have a reusable one. I like them with smoothies.
Wait, so then you do love them if you have a reusable one.
I do. I guess I do enjoy them for like specific things, like smoothies and milkshakes just taste better through a straw. But otherwise, like for normal like drinking water or whatever, I don't have like a reusable cup that has the straw in it or anything. For most beverages, I don't use a straw.
Is it a metallic straw or is it a wooden straw? Is it metallic or wooden straw?
It's a plastic one.
Oh,
I've seen like the reusable glass ones.
oh,
You can
I haven't seen glass.
easily wash them.
Yeah, this plastic one is bendy, so it's pretty easy to wash as well.
The paper ones in California are just useless.
Yeah, I agree.
That is also true.
Unless you're ready to drink your entire drink in like 15 seconds.
Yeah. You have to set a timer.
Because it just turns to mush. I mean, I guess you could just like change it out every like 2 minutes, but then you're kind of defeating the purpose of.
Yeah.
You order your drink with extra straws.
Oh,
I'll take a Coke, no ice, lots of straws.
Another Taco Bell story. Whenever we go, Lindsay always tries to ask for one sauce, just one packet of sauce, and they can't ever just give one. They always have to give like 20. So they end up getting just like thrown out because they're not going to be used. So how much more sustainable do you think it would be if they just gave people less sauces? They're probably doing it to everyone.
Wait,
probably,
she
but
asks
my
for.
second question.
Yeah, she asks for just one sauce packet, and they literally give like 12.
Well, she can take
What
that
sauce
home.
does she use?
What? What sauce? I think it's typically fire sauce.
It's
Or
like
hot. Maybe it's just hot.
She can keep that. Just take it home.
It's true, but then it's adding like clutter, and then you're not always going home. I guess for now it's fine, but what if you just ate at Taco Bell? You're gonna bring that home and then just keep accumulating sauces every time you go.
Oh, but you can use it when you make your own tacos or whatever.
Yes, we don't make too many tacos.
Okay.
I've been focusing on my Italian cuisine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, because
Jake,
in
I
a place
had
like
Taco Bell for the first time a couple months ago, which I think is wild. I don't know how that happened, but a couple months ago,
Your
I
life
was
changed?
driving to a dance competition and I had Taco Bell, and it was really good. I'm a big fan.
There we go. It just takes trying it once.
okay, we'll wrap it up there unless you guys have anything else, any lingering thoughts.
Nothing lingering in my head.
No, not at all. No, I just want
Okay.
Taco Bell.
You guys have anything to plug before we head out?
Anything to plug? Go to Energy Club chats, obviously.
White Sox are back in.